So welcome to this video. Now, if you're looking to start a digital marketing agency, you're definitely in the right place with this video because today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to go ahead and start your own digital marketing agency or an SMMA here in 2018, 2019 with $0 in starting capital. Okay, guys. So first of all, I want to talk to you guys about why I believe a social media marketing agency or just a digital marketing agency is one of the best online businesses to go ahead and start right now. And one of the main reasons, as I said, is the fact that you need $0 in starting capital. Now, as many of you may know, I come from, before I started my digital marketing agency, I was very involved with dropshipping, with Shopify, e-commerce, and as I've said before, I wouldn't recommend getting into dropshipping if you are not ready to, well, prepare to spend at least between $1,000 to $5,000 in starting capital, because you're just going to need to invest a lot of money into advertising your products when you're dropshipping, and this puts you at risk. Okay, guys, you could potentially lose a lot of money with dropshipping. Whereas if you start an SMMA, a digital marketing agency, from now on, I'm just going to say SMMA. It's easier. Digital marketing agency and an SMMA is basically the same. So I'm just going to say an SMMA from now on. But yeah, as I said, with an SMMA, there's no risk really. You don't really need to invest any money, which I'm going to go more in depth with. But kind of in theory, you need $0 to get started. Okay, guys? So how do you get started? What I would say is the first step you need to take is to acquire, get at least a little bit of knowledge on digital marketing. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that you actually don't need any previous knowledge with digital marketing before. Well, you don't need any previous, but you don't need any existing knowledge either before you start your agency. And I kind of disagree with this, because when you start kind of trying to get clients, at some point you're gonna go to your first meeting, right, with your first potential client. And if you don't have any knowledge on digital marketing, how are you gonna sell your services to this company, like this potential customer? How are you gonna be able to show them how you're gonna provide them value? How are you gonna provide them with a positive return on investment? And how are you gonna sell them your services if you don't have any existing knowledge on digital marketing? So that's why I recommend you to, the first step you should take is to just do a little research, get some knowledge on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and Google AdWords. Those three are like the main things you should focus on. Okay, guys? Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Facebook ads and Instagram ads are kind of the same thing because it's both done with the Facebook Ads Manager. So those two things, and then Google Ads. Google Ads are really important for a lot of businesses. Okay. So that's kind of the first step. Now, once you have some knowledge on digital marketing, you're ready to start your agency, kind of. Okay, so the first thing I would do if I were you, which is what I did, come up with a name for your agency. So if you didn't already know, my name is Sander Stage. So I just called my agency Stage Digital, which I think sounds pretty good. I will link my website down in the description. It's stage-digital.com. You can check out my agency website if you want to get some inspiration, or if you just want to see my website. Now, once you have your name, the next step is kind of optional, and this is what I just said. You can create a website. Okay, guys? Now, as I said, creating a website is optional, but I do recommend it. So this is where it shifts from $0 in starting capital to around $30. And I'm sure most of you guys can indeed afford $30 to create a website, right? Now, the reason I recommend creating a website is just because it's gonna build a lot of trust, and it's gonna kind of put you in a position of authority. So when you're talking to potential clients, you can always refer to your website and show them your website, so they can kind of see that you're a legit business and you know what you're doing, and you're actually established, right? You have a website that's looking good. So if you want some inspiration for your own website, you can check out my website, and you're welcome to take, well, don't copy it, but at least to take some inspiration from it, right? Now, once you have a website, next thing you're gonna try to do, well, if you have a website or not, from here, the next step to take is to try and get your first client, right? And in order to get your first client, there's two routes in which you can go. The first route is to start cold calling potential clients, right? Local businesses, kind of. Now, this could be like dentists, lawyers, or real estate agents. Sorry. Now, why I'm mentioning these three in specific are because they all have expensive services, right? Dentists, clients, they pay a lot for dental services, right? Obviously, real estate agents, they're kind of they charge a lot, right? And lawyers do the same. That's what I'm kind of saying. That's what I'm trying to say. So this means that when you get one client for either a dentist, a lawyer, real estate agent, they're gonna make a lot of profit off of that one client, which means that they're gonna have an easy time seeing why your services are profitable for them. Whereas if you're kind of doing digital marketing for, let's say, a candy store or an ice cream shop, um, you're gonna have to sell a lot of candy or a lot of ice cream cones in order to be profitable for that business. Do you see where I'm going? Whereas with like a dentist, real estate, lawyer, if you just get one client for them, your services are gonna be profitable instantly, and they're gonna want to keep you for a long time, and it's gonna be easy for them to see the value of your services. So the other route you can take, if you're not comfortable cold calling, or if you have a lot of knowledge with digital marketing already, you can actually create ads for your agency. So this can be done with either Facebook or Google AdWords, right? With Google AdWords, it's kind of the easy one. You could just target specific keywords. So for me, I'm located here in Copenhagen, Denmark. So I could target the keyword. Obviously, I would do it in Danish, but to translate into English, I could target the keyword digital marketing agency Copenhagen. And this means that when a business owner or someone who's looking for a digital marketing agency for the company, they search on Google, right? They'll search digital marketing agency Copenhagen. My website will pop up at the top of the search results because I paid to target that keyword. So my website will pop up, they'll enter my website, and they'll get in contact with me, and thus I've gained a customer, right? Or at least a lead, so I can get in contact with them. So like that's if you want to do Google AdWords. The other thing you can do is Facebook ads, right? So you could do an ad where you either provide like an ebook or just a picture, and you write like, does your company need digital marketing? And then you could target that ad towards business owners, marketing managers, CEOs, whatever, small business owners, right? And you can target that ad really specifically to people who could potentially need to get involved or get in a partnership with a digital marketing agency. So that's kind of, if you want to do the advertising strategy going that route, you need some capital. I would say you need at least $1,000, between $1,000 and kind of $5,000 if you want to start actually advertising for your agency, because obviously you're going to have to invest a lot before you actually obtain your first client through your ads, okay? So if you want to go that route, you have to be ready to spend some on advertising. Now, one thing I really do want to say is, once you're at this step, once you're trying to get your first client, right, kind of your only focus should be at getting your first client. Don't get distracted by like other things as like small website details. Once you're here, your only focus should be getting your first client, okay? That's the only way your agency is gonna progress. That's the next step in the process, okay, guys? It's very simple. And for me, it was really hard to understand when I was at this point, because, you know, I was just calling like literally hundreds of different companies trying to get my first client. And, you know, after 2-3 weeks, I managed to set up my first meeting, which turned into my first client. But during those 2-3 first weeks, it was so difficult for me to keep calling because I was just getting discouraged. You know, I didn't know if I was actually doing it right. I didn't know if I was going anywhere. Whereas when you have your first client, you kind of know what it feels like, you know what you have to do. So it's easier to get the second client because you already have the experience, right? But getting that first client, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be the hardest one. And while you're in the process, you can't get discouraged, okay, guys? Because as I said, when you're at that step, when you don't have any client, but you're trying to get your first client, that is literally the only place your focus should be. And it's gonna be easy to get discouraged, but you just have to keep grinding hard at it every single day, because I promise you, if you keep working hard at it every day, either with ads or cold calling, you are eventually gonna get that first client. And if you're currently not in a good financial position, if you're not financially independent right now, I'm telling you, getting just one client will literally turn your life upside down, because $1,500 to $2,000 per month is a huge bump in revenue, or money to spend if you're not currently making a lot of money already. So just getting that one client can make a huge difference in your life. Now, once you have your first client, this is where it gets interesting, okay, guys? Now, I've heard a lot of people say that once you get your first client, you shouldn't even be focusing too much on delivering good work. You should be putting all your focus on getting more clients. And I partially agree. Of course, you shouldn't be stopping when you get your first client. You should always focus on getting more clients. But I'd say once you get your first client, 80% of your focus should be devoted to delivering the best possible work to that client. Because if you deliver really good work and you give them a positive return on investment, what's going to happen is they're going to recommend your agency to all of their friends who are also business owners. Like, I'm not saying all of their friends are business owners, but they probably have some friends who are also business owners. And if they can see the value of your services, they're going to recommend your agency to their fellow business owners, which means that you might just be getting 5 new clients just from word of mouth marketing. Now, if you'd only focused on obtaining new clients and you hadn't focused on delivering good work, that word of mouth wouldn't happen because they wouldn't be recommending you because they couldn't see the value in your work. Whereas when you deliver really good work, word of mouth is going to start spreading, and before you know it, you're going to have 5 new clients knocking on your door. Then you deliver good work to them, and those 5 owners are going to recommend you to all of their friends. And all of a sudden, you know, word of mouth marketing just works by itself, it's automatic, and people are just going to be knocking your door asking for your services. Do you see where I'm going? So definitely when you get your first client, I definitely recommend you to go ahead and focus, but devote at least 80% of your focus to delivering the best possible work, because in the end, delivering good work is just the way to go. Okay guys, so I hope you got some value out of this video. As I said, definitely a digital marketing agency is definitely one of the best online businesses you can go ahead and start here in 2018, 2019. So if you're interested, definitely stay tuned. Drop a subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting a lot of valuable content on digital marketing and how to start your own agency. All I have to say is good luck and peace.